Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Miami Dolphins taking on the 5-time Super Bowl champs from the NFC, the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis, and a lot of buzz with this one. Extra buzz, Charles, because the Dolphins trying to become the first team ever to win the Lombardi Trophy inside their home stadium.
And it looked like the Vikings had a heck of a chance a couple of seasons ago, didn't it? They were rolling in the playoffs, possibly could have gotten there, came up just a little bit short. A number of teams have had that chance over the years. Detroit, they've had the Super Bowl in their stadium. I guess the closest we've had was when San Francisco won it in Palo Alto. In Stanford Stadium just down the road.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Did you say it? 180. Here we go. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Alert!
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Check 4, check 4, 4. Mike 57. Let's go.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. Here we go. It's Gurley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Third and long for Mayfield. That's going to be caught by Samuel. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Ebron caught left side. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Mayfield. And he will find his man on the outside. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one a first down pickup of 8. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mayfield to throw it. For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Watch the twitch.
On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 7, 8, 3.
Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. This is caught. It's Cooks. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with it. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Ebron with it over the middle. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Eric Ebron, 81 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Kaepernick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Roquan Smith. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Everson Griffin. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. C.J. Mosley. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Ready, ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right?
Man, you should got there, Mike. Man, you don't want to hit that punt shit.
Field again, so it's not picking up a couple of first downs.
No, you didn't, huh?
You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory.
Okay, bitch, you didn't say you was on Madden, faggot-ass nigga.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go.
I didn't expect you to put that bit. You saw that nigga flying. I didn't expect you to go take that shit up.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play,
that's what we need you to do is play defense.
Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
I'm finna go to game chat.
Y'all playing in Parkland, right?
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
I'm gonna block. Oh, yeah, I'm going to game chat.
There he goes, right side. All the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 66 yards. The Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coach are both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
18 yards, first down Niners. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Kaepernick. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 37 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Mayfield looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
How does that even happen?
Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or set packages, don't they?
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken at the 10. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A final shot before half for Kaepernick. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again at Super Bowl 54.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Super Bowl 54.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle
this nigga early talking about that was a fluke. Yes, please.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
He said it was a fluke. You like, you went 5 for 5. I ain't never seen you go 5 for 5.
Short little throw to Ebron.
Stop.
Only 3 yards on the catch.
Yeah.
It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball
22 to 9
into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Oh, my God.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. DJ
Not Miss Lady.
right
I'm about to go
there
back to game
on the
chat, though, so she ain't got to be in there in
So
silence.
good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
A couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Watch out for Hill on the return. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Niners' 49-yard line.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Hey, watch it, watch it. Up, jump. Pistol.
Play fake. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley.
What time they give J.J. Watt?
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player as well as a physical specimen.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Check. 61. Matchbox lights.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Gurley. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Gurley. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8
they done
yards.
ran away, dog. After we done took that little man street.
Oh, no mercy.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's
They
Quentin
invite
Dunbar
Diggy
with
Trash
a
ass
pick.
to the party.
And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
That's why I was talking about these niggas coming.
This will be taken in at the 1.
I just got home from work.
And he'll be brought down at the 23. Make it the 24-yard line.
Nigga, you told me you been on Madden all day. You just said I just got home.
The 49er offense set to get this drive
I've been on
underway.
Madden, though.
How you been on Madden when you at work?
Now Kaepernick to try again here after the pick 6. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Nah, we used to call Lante a dyke.
Here's
yeah.
And then
he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. The Niners on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
I never see you play all the time, so shit, you lying right now.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. That's complete to his tight end Waller. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, was able to make the sure catch, and put the down marker back to 1.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Kaepernick now to throw. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. On 3rd and long. It's Kaepernick. Got Gordon open, completes it.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
Clearly not.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, man.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on fourth down.
You said 3 years ago.
They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's going to air one out.
Give me that.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And a second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Gurley.
Yep, through my line.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Oh, there they go right there.
So the heels of the run by
to the next
Todd Gurley. Another 1st and 10.
Man, we finna go whoop these niggas. What wrong with them?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he was able to shed the
Hurry up,
tackle,
hurry
but
up,
the
hurry up,
reserves
hurry up,
come in
hurry up.
for the stop. The linebacker, C.J.
Yes, man.
Mosley, in on the stop.
Wait, no Dickie slow
They want to
ass.
keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas.
Oh, you know what?
To bring this one home.
This lady probably was trying to play with us still.
Give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 20.
Bro, I wasn't looking.
Y'all playing with a random lady?
Well, partner,
Nigga, we'll.
our number one stats guy just handed me a little card.
No, she better than
He
you.
has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Gotta have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call
You ain't hit him denied.
runs, whatever he's doing comfortable with, the LeBron's executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And they'll get him
Oh,
down
I think
right
somebody
about the
quit
20.
on their team.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
This
Birdly.
is just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they
Damn,
had to
he'll
be
make it
the
like
possibility
that.
of a pass.
Birdly.
That didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Bro, I just want to get through this shit so I can play.
Winds this thing out even further.
I don't want to play this
You
Julio
know,
Jones
this way,
shit.
you can never
Yeah,
have
you
enough
got to
points,
wait.
but this
There you
widens
go.
it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Complete. I don't want to do this Julio Jones challenge. Bro, let me just get to the shit, man.
Oh,
The
you on the
49er offense set to get this drive
So
underway.
we have to-
And on that last drive, went for it
But
on
you got, I
fourth
mean, I
down
guess it's just like the normal game where you got to finish through like the introduction
But
shit
this
so you do
offense has
whatever
got to
you
be a
want
little
to
bit
do.
better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go
I'm almost
for it,
done
it's
with
not
mine.
necessarily the
I think
coach
I will- I
saying,
think I am
believe in
done
my
with it. Nah, I
offense.
just-
Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what
You
happened.
think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot
Oh,
handle
shit.
this pass
I didn't even know the
rush.
game
It's been
started. That's my
demonstrated
fault.
time and time again.
Let me put this damn phone down. My fault.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Derek Wolfe providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
Oh, you got
Here's
a
Johnny Hecker
two-way
now. As the
mid-range
drive goes
specialist,
backwards, so
some
he's
type
on to punt
of
it
some shit.
away.
He can shoot.
Here's Hill on the
Yeah,
return.
he can shoot crazy
So
shit,
change
too,
of
like-
possession here on the punt, and we
Damn,
have
he's
reached
12.
the 2-minute warning.
I thought you was circling. Oh, this is
The
called a shoot.
Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Yeah.
There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean,
Yeah,
they
it
were
worked.
up double digits at halftime, and they just
No.
expanded that here in the second half.
And
I mean, I
there's
am
no
6
answers from the
yards.
defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the
Shit, me.
coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Another carry now for Gurley.
No.
Slipped one tackle,
Good
but
read.
no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you get success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge. And
That was a hell of a
coach, what do you want to call?
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
That's the first half.
Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Cooks, an 80-yard touchdown. And the 49ers get a score closer.
Shoot it.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly
Wasting
is,
my,
but not
wasting
so
my
easy
Hall
to
of Fame
execute.
brick wall.
Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole
Risk
thing
the two.
and
You
got
stop
it. That's
the
a
three.
great
Risk
way
the
to
two.
send
We'll
a
be
message to the opposing team.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard
I bet you
line.
won't shoot it. Oh, never mind.
Shot there.
I'm talking about hey, off the flashy pass, contested. Like, he shot that bitch in that
First
nigga.
down
He
Miami
ain't green
as
it,
they
but
get
he
set
still
to
shot
start
that.
the
I
drive.
can't even get
And a
mad.
few kneel
Go to the
downs
corner,
and
Diggy.
just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Block say she not
Ground
happy.
with Gurley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter
All right,
inside,
time to put
but that
somebody
one
on the
was
floor.
swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And the Lombardi Trophy has a home in South Florida. The Miami Dolphins are the Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away.
How did I
can
not
they?
green that, bro?
lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs. You see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them.
Fuck
a
you.
fantastic season.
Oh, I had to heat check it. I did it. Oh, I forgot to put my shooting badge on. Damn. Oh, well. You trash.
And they end this year just how everybody
that was your
wants to end
fault.
the
You
year.
just trash.
Holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.
I just had my take on me. I ain't give you no chance. I see how y'all
I'm still trying to get my shooting badges. I'm sorry. I got like 2 badges left. Damn. Block said I can't even dribble.
What the Scandalous.
I gotta go talk that shit early night.
That boy hit it with the sham guy.
Incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. Give me
Who's still on my feed though? I still got 2 people on my feed.
Don't allow like I ain't selfish now. The story is if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in, so you feel it.
That nigga early said, man, you a fluke, your whole character a fluke. I was like, damn, bro, why you so angry? Because I'm on the other team. He was like, yeah, that's why it's a fluke. You're supposed to be on our team. Damn, bro, my bad, bro. Shit, you know. I'm a hot commodity out here, bro. You stay
Tell them they do games. They do
daily manifesting on my premonitions.
7-game series.
You got my own religion. The brainwash gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, put the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is.
Come redeem yourself.
They got off?
Yeah, they got off. Man. Well, they went to another court. It's a 12-8. Oh, we can go to the bottom right. They might get off though. Oh yeah, they definitely gonna get off.
Oh.
Hold on, don't press X yet. Let me. Don't press X yet. Let me put my badge on.
Who the hell is still on my? Who is still on my? Oh, I don't think they're still on my live. I'm just doing this shit now. No need for me to be on my live no more.